invite Dr. Bhoopesh Kumar, sir. Sir, please unmute yourself.
So now am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So I have logged in from the different ID. And first of all, I would like to thank the JEX Foundation and SIFS to bring, all the eminent scientists and all the people, all these people, say, who can contribute a lot to the society or in the community of forensic science. So very, very, say, many, many congratulations to JEX Foundation and all the organizers and organization team. So and to be with the eminent scientists like Arun Sharma ji and Pathak ji and all. So I would like to present here my, say, share the screen now. Just hold on for a minute. Are you able to see my screen now?
Yes, sir. It's uploaded.
Okay, thank you. So my today's topic is, forensic in our daily life. What happens actually? Why I have chosen this topic, because many of the students in forensic science who have joined us now in this say summit, we all have a dilemma that forensic is only applicable in the murder cases, or whenever there is a crime. So what we are using right now, say currently from the past so many years, from the past 30 plus years, is the reactive forensics. Recently, within last few years, we have came into the proactive forensic. So my presentation is more in regards to the proactive forensic, that how the student can make their career in the proactive forensic as well. And in the past 15 years, I have seen, when I have guided so many students to work in these areas, and they have got very good job options in these areas as well. So let us understand first of all what is proactive forensic and what I'm talking about, where we use forensic in our daily life. We all use forensic in our daily life, So I would not like to go in much details about this slide because we have limited time. So forensic science is all about how we can link a crime with the criminal on the basis of the evidences, and evidences are encountered at the uh, at the crime scene. Now here, what is the glitch? What is the problem which is happening right now? Most of the time, the crime scene in nowadays is a very small 6-inch mobile screen or a laptop. So here comes the problem. So we, because most of the crime, whether it is now, we are recently seeing the suspicious death of Sushant Singh Rajput, or whatever is happening in the drug peddling, and also crime scene is concise to 6-inch mobile screen, and everything is there. So it is very hard to find. So people are having more and more opportunities in these areas where they need to look for the mobile forensics as well as the cyber forensics. Though the traditional forensic is also applicable, but in these recent cases, we have seen that how actually, due to the mishap, or due to whatever the involvement level of the people is, so we can lose the evidences at any point of time. So we need to be very careful with the electronic evidence as well. And if you look at, I'll go to my next slide. We know all these principles, that on what basic principles the forensic science is based upon: law of individuality, exchange, progressive change, and law of probability. So all these are the things. Now, our main work as a forensic scientist is to identify, first of all, has a crime been committed. Now this bears, the main thing, or the main questions and the answers. Has the crime been committed means you visited a crime scene, whether that crime scene is genuine or fake. First of all, the thing is that if it is genuine, if it is a crime scene, if it is genuine, whether actually there has been a crime. Somebody may lit fire in his own house, or deliberately caused arson to get the fake insurance claim, or to get the fake theft insurance claim. So whether there has been a crime or not. Now if it is a crime, now whatever the nature of the crime is, suicidal, homicidal, if homicidal, what type. So this is to establish the corpus delicti. So, and then how and when was the crime committed means the modus operandi, because the punishment or the law regulates on the basis of the modus operandi. I think most of the dignitaries will agree with me on this, that the modus operandi, whether through the reconstruction of the crime scene or whatever, it has to be established to identify the way of crime, so that the appropriate punishment, or at least the the appropriate justice can be given to the parties involved, the victim parties. Okay, and who committed the crime means the identification of the criminal. So let us move ahead now. Let us see where we see forensic in our daily life. It begins in from our driving car. We all use nowadays, keyless entry. A keyless entry is a point of forensic science. So you are having a keyless entry, you push the button and the car lock or the car door opens up. It is an area of proactive forensic, means they have doubly secure your car that nobody can cheat you or nobody can steal your car. But there are certain lacunas which I will be discussing in further presentation. But it start, let us assume that we have started our day and we are going to office or we are going to college. So it begins within our car, and then we park our car through different toll gates. So there are RFID systems where the toll gates opens up automatically. So there are also an element of forensic. Why I'm telling you all these students, you all have the bright future, a very good career in all these niche areas which have recently developed, but nobody is looking at this part of forensic. Many other people, biometric people, and those who are doing all these manufacturing, they are looking into this, but the forensic scientists have also to look for the opportunities in such areas. And then when we reaches to office or we reaches to college, we apply for the attendance, whether it is a biometric attendance through our fingerprint, whether it is iris identification attendance or face recognition attendance. And although we use in our mobile phones also, whatever, and within the marketplaces also, I'll let you know that where in marketplace we use the forensic science. And mobile phones, as you know, all mobile phone screen are with the face recognition right now, or the fingerprint system, or even the pin code. All this is the proactive forensic. And ATM pins, password logins, or everything is there. But what is happening right now, most of the students are only looking to make their career in the forensic science labs either, or they are going towards as a freelance forensic expert, but they are not looking. They are having a lot of opportunities in all these multinational companies as well, those who manufacture such devices, or in the banks and insurance sectors also. So they should look for these areas as well. So let us assume when we go to a grocery shop, or when we go to buy a vegetable or something, even our mom or even our grandmother used to apply the forensic there. They used to smell the thing, and what they're smelling, whether the vegetable or the fruit is fresh or not. It is also a kind of forensic science that they have used. So we apply daily, but we do not recognize, we do not realize where we are applying. And we see the expiry dates of the medicines. It is also a kind of forensic science that we are applying. And let us see one of the example. Why everybody is an investigator, and we have seen in all these, whenever there is a news which is running on the news channel, or you take the social media, the Twitter account or whatever, everybody is putting their theory over the case of whether it is Hathras case, Sushant Singh case, or whether it is Riya Chakrabarti or whosoever. So they are putting their hypothesis. So everybody is an investigator here. So whether you have received a suspicious email, message, or note, or a letter, or whatever, so you apply your forensic science there. And whether you found a dent or a scratch on your car, what you do first? Let's say I woke up in the morning and I suddenly found a deep dent or a scratch on my car. I will try to look that what that have caused this scratch or that dent. So I'm applying forensic science. It is the same as the road accident investigation or whatever, though I'm applying on a small scale. But yes, it is a area of forensic science which I've been applying. So everybody sitting here or around the world is an investigator in himself or herself. And then, yeah, so number third is quite suspicious when our spouse came early or late from the work. So let's say my wife came early from the work. So then I will be having a question that why she came early. Well, okay, so I would not like to comment here. And if she or he is late, then definitely again the application of forensic science, own investigation science is there. And more often we receive, so many emails, messages that we have won so and so prize, means the phishing and so hacking is on prime. And then we try to apply from where we have received these messages, these kind of messages and all. Okay, checking the expiry date of medicine. Now I would like to show you an example here. Now see this example, what has happened. I don't want to name the country, but mostly it can happen in the great countries like ours. I think Shraddha is calling me. Yes, Shraddha? Yeah. Yeah, I'll finish. I'll finish it. So that's sure. So as you can see, the manufacturing date is 2017 and the expiry date is 2014. So what happened here? It's another type of crime. It is a big crime. It is a big crime actually, which is a very big problem. Now we have talked about the keyless system, the remote keyless system when we enter into a car and all. So please, student, please do look, try to identify that how these things work, how the enrollment of the key system work, and how the rolling code and everything work. I would like to just give you an example here. Can you steal a keyless entry car? Yes, thefts are happening, and they're all. That's why we require the forensic expert to identify that how it has happened and who have done it. So there is a long process, but I would like to explain with you an example here, that there is a thief 1 and thief 2. So what is happening here? It is the thief transmit pings the car logging system impersonating the key. So there are two systems. The key is in the premises, and there is another, the cloner is there, which will clone the key and which will further transfer the data to the other person. And then with the help of a mobile app, a malicious mobile app or a software, he will open the key and then they can drive the car through. So yes, this can happen. So what is the crime scene here? Though the crime scene is completely the premises as well, because the car has been stolen from the premises, but these mobile and everything becomes the crime scene or the corpus delicti, the part of crime. Then we use forensic and fingerprints, biometrics, and the voice print analysis. The digital signature analysis is now at the peak. You must have heard about different software, and the facial recognition, we all know. Then the vein pattern, the complete hand vein pattern is there. You need to put your palm over a surface and then it will recognize your vein pattern, and it is more advanced even than the fingerprint biometric. There are instances where the fingerprint biometric have been cheated, but it is very difficult to cheat the vein pattern, because you can't change your vein pattern at once. But there are very smart people who can do all these things also. So I'll not go in detail. So it works, biometric awareness system, it works on the basis of the enrollment system, and then after the enrollment it verifies with the help of the binary digits. So with our fingerprints there are minutiae or the individual characteristics, so they make a coded form of the minutiae or the fingerprint characteristic features, individual characteristic like bifurcation, trifurcation and all, and they create a pattern, and that is the verification which happens. So there are systems which can verify up to 40,000 prints per second. Okay, so even if you look at my patents are more in crime scene investigation, the technology or the use of mobile phones or mobile applications in the forensic science. So this we have discussed already. And you can cheat the biometric attendance. Yes, you can do it by molding, you can do it by other methods, by copying and creating other fingerprint. And my students have done a project on this as well. Yes, the fingerprint biometric can be cheated, but if it is more accurate, it read more and more minutiae, then it is very difficult to cheat a biometric pattern. Let's going ahead to whether a mobile fingerprint can be cheated. No, a mobile fingerprint cannot be cheated because it is more accurate even than the biometric. It reads the furrows and the ridges and each and everything. So if no touching of fingerprints, if we have the furrows which will not touch the fingerprints, so these are the areas which are actually recognized by the the mobile forensic system or the mobile biometric system. So nobody can cheat this very easily. So it is much more secure. Then we know the CCTV camera is used for so many purposes, for safety and for, shoplifting and everything. And I have seen, can you cheat a the CCTV camera? Yes, we can even cheat a CCTV camera with the help of IR LED lamp. I show you the example. Then there are the cam jammers which can be used. So most of the forensic is required here. So there is a vast need. There's a big need, huge need of forensic science expert in these area to identify if any lacuna or anything has happened in this thing. So there is a person who is wearing a IR LED hat, and the person cannot be recognized or the face cannot be seen under the CCTV camera. And these are very cheap, chips or something which is readily available on Amazon. So you can buy them and you can cheat a CCTV camera. Then the cam jammers are also there. And then we use the full body scanners. My one of the patent is in the area of the body scanning system as well. So yes, I would like to say to the viewers that you can have a great opportunity in these areas as well. So please try to look into these areas. And there are different types of body scanners. And then get pattern. We can identify a person easily by his walking style. And there are many researches still going on onto the get pattern, which is the time uh, uh, as per the length of the step width, step length, and all. So you can do much more research in these areas. And with this,
Thank you
thank
so
you
much,
very
actually,
much.
sir.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that time is limited, so I'd like to conclude.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I do agree with this. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So that was really an enlightening talk. As you said, we use when people say forensic, most of us will be first thinking about the crime, suicide, and anything. So now you have showed us forensic is more about, excuse me, more about that, and especially in individual identification. And I agree that the idea of forensic science in daily life will help us from not being fooled in the real life situations, whether it is in market or whenever we go outside. So now on, we'll all be aware about that. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing these things with us.